You were on the same page, guys, but like I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, because I don't know. Look, we've talked about this Duck Dynasty thing. It is a good time to talk about it. Like, apparently, there really is in the country. Is he prior to this show coming on though? No, it's become clear that there is some kind of thing in the country. It's one thing for people to be look. It's one thing for people to be what's called homophobic, like privately, like in the sense that they're uncomfortable with something. But the point is, no, 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 no. As far as like we talked about what goes on in Germany with gay rights, where it's totally equal and all the things that means for a couple that's married, legally married, that's the same sex couple, the rights they're entitled to cover everything that straight couples have. Inheritance laws, apply in the same way. Benefits, if you work for a corporation, then this and this. If you've adopted a child, leave, it would be called maternity leave, but is not the right word. Depending, adoption. There are even, many of the different political parties have openly gay politicians. There's an openly gay mayor. He has a statement in German that means like he told the people like I'm gay, like, and that's a good thing. It's a half funny, half kidding comment that's real. He's an openly gay mayor. I mean, they totally have a great society with regard to all types of things. That's one of them in Germany. But see, what's going on with this dynasty is apparently revealed. Like he said this thing, and it would appear that this is the time when yet again we sort of learn that some part of the population perceives this sort of gay perceives the gay is intermixing. Why they're even butting their nose in when they're to live their own lives and not worry about this. What's basically a civil rights in the sense of a legal issue. The law hasn't caught up to the society. That happens sometimes. So logically, there has to be a political movement, but it's a movement based on the fact that the law hasn't caught up yet to social changes. That happens regularly in our society. Something it changes in people's attitudes. It's something that was once sort of thought a certain way about is accepted because that's normal, but the law hasn't caught up because a lot of it's almost technical. It applies to so many different things. There needs to be that's where like the political dimension comes to work this out. Now it seems that these people, there are people who are like, I guess, yeah, I could see they object to the concept of people getting married to the same sex, or in their church they don't believe that's right, or whatever it is. But no, no, no. This type of person that is not just homophobic and sort of traditional in a way that is judgmental towards something unfamiliar. No, 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 no. They're a political force. They're a political force that's actually actively blocking the regular legal protections from that would just be the same as for straight couples. They're actively taking action against blocking progress. What evil is this? And certainly can't have anything to do with Christianity. No person with a Christian perspective on life would be in an active political movement to make sure that these people are discriminated against by the law. I mean, that's not a very Christian way to look at anything. Whatever you think of the Bible, first of all, we're not aware of where it's. I looked at it. It's among many things counted as a sin, but it mentions nothing about that it's something that it's something that should be. But also why they're the whatever you if they believe the Bible in that regard, fine. But no, they're in a political movement. Is what's happening. They're holding back the progress. Well, the thing is, what to do when the dynasty thing has come up, and it's an opportunity to talk about it. What do we say about this thing? Well, the first thing we say, if you live in reality, is see A&E did something clever. First thing we should talk about is A&E. First of all, if you don't know, on all reality shows, they're reading off cue cards. Hello, come into reality. They're reading off cue cards, like the Osbournes and all the reality shows. That's actually they're reading off cue cards. It's not like a sitcom. Okay, what A&E did, I assume, it happened to be very clever and a good idea to get ratings up. They had one of these, they're real people, but they scripted a little, like all reality shows. They had him say something that's so offensive that it will become a major issue of discussion, particularly at a time when there's a gay rights movement. Okay, so they know how to like double their audience. I mean, they make buku money off that stunt. but since people are responding to it, like, well, that's just his beliefs. What's interesting is, that's just his beliefs. The fact that that's not really the honestly, that's just it. I'm not really that interested in if that represents an accurate picture of what the Bible says, because this isn't about the Bible. It's actually about it's a legal issue unrelated to the Church of the Bible. This has to do with things like inheritance, jail visitation, leave if one has adopted a child, the right to adopt a child. There's 1,000 things this applies to. Death benefits for such couples. It has nothing really to do, in a logical sense, with churches, the Bible, or religion. This is a legal and, in that sense, a civil rights and legal issue that can be fixed logically without bothering people who don't approve of such things. And in a free society, lots of stuff we don't approve of. But what has been demonstrated by this sort of like way in which what the guy said on the show may have some meaning for us. The truth is, it just means A&E pulled a stunt, and it's very clever to put offensive words in a guy like that's mouth. And there's all kinds of people that they really do not like homosexuals and find it like perverse and or into the Bible, who apparently respond well to this and wanted him back on the show. Well, that's okay in private. You can do what you want in private. I have lots of hateful thoughts in private or prejudices in private, but no, I'm not in a political action group that's attempting to, stop whatever it is I don't approve of because it bothers me. So we have to talk about how we feel about having people in our society who have, like all of us, prejudices and things that are, you only say in your living room, but you might not say if you were interviewed on a TV program or something, but we all have those. No. How do we feel about people who bring that into some political thing where they're coming after blocking rights for people or something? And to say, well, there should be no such individuals isn't really a solution. It's just a matter of, like, this is going on here, and in countries like Germany, where they're very advanced in all ways in terms of, the different, every social class does well economically, everyone's educated, there's health care, all the laws protect homosexual couples that have had a civil union, the same legal rights. You can be an openly gay politician without it being a scandal. So I like to look to Germany as sort of a model for this, but I don't know what to do about people who bring their own personal they're taking their personal feelings about something or their religious feelings about something and actively trying to stop what's basically a legal protection for such people as though they're treating it like a church issue. This isn't about churches and it's not about religion. It's saying purely legal in nature. But I mean, I don't know what to do or what to say, but all I want to keep repeating is that A&E did something real clever, which is they put something that's offensive in the midst of the gay rights movement in the mouths of these people on the show. It's gotten it discussed for weeks, and their ratings are going to go up, and they're going to make buku money and get lots more viewers. That's what actually took place. What does it mean for our slow going movement that's just like a logical adjustments to the law? And then I have no idea, but I don't. Those things haven't moved fast enough. It's one of these things like that's common sense that should be taking place. Why there's people who are so schizo in their perception of things. They're muddling together religion, the Bible, their feelings, the law, civil rights, and churches all into one big stew, and they don't really understand the issue. So I mean, I don't really know what to think about them, but I don't know. I never met anyone like that. They must be of incredibly limited intelligence. I never met anyone like that in the Deep South. Not the people I associate with. I knew some people looked like the Duck Dynasty people. They didn't think things like that. They had strange thoughts in private, but didn't share them in public. I don't know.